Hey there, it is April 2020 and we're actually still in Florida, and as you can see, the place is really emptied out. So we actually thought that we'd probably be on the road by now, making our way back up to Wisconsin by June. We thought, this would be our time to do some exploring, but since we had the stay-at-home order, we decided just to stay put. We've been actually practicing our social distancing pretty good here, as was testified by our friend Bernie, who's way back there somewhere. He left a comment on one of our videos the other week saying that he has witnessed us doing our social distancing. We have been getting out taking walks. This is actually one of my favorite spots. These trees are amazing. Sometimes you gotta just escape to nature. I mean, look at that. It's got the Spanish moss. It's got all these awesome air plants. Really is a beautiful spot. So I think we're gonna end up going a little bit further north by some friends north of Florida. Not about a 2.5 hour ride from here. Just to hook up with some friends and settle in there for a while, because it's really getting hot down here. But I have to say, we have a lot of videos that we just haven't done anything with, and it's been kind of nice actually going through them, coming up with more videos to create. These videos actually have been, for me anyways, a creative outlet. Plus it's really been a nice way to escape what's all going on out here with the pandemic. Sometimes I just got to turn the news off, stop looking at the internet. So it's been fun going through these videos and putting them together. And our plan actually was to be back in Wisconsin for June and July, but at this point, our RV park that we usually stay during the summer when we're visiting family and friends, right now they're not letting any new arrivals come in. So they said keep calling back, and we're due in June and July, but they may not end up letting us in. We'll see how this all plays out. So this video that I'm putting together actually is pretty much based on water. I love water. Always did. I was one of those kids that walked through every single puddle on the way to and from school. Where I grew up, there was a field behind our house, and back in the field was this pond that was filled with pollywogs and frogs and insects, and we spent hours on this pond just having all kinds of adventures. So I have this real thing about water. And when I was going through all of our videos, I realized I got a water theme going on. There's a lot to do in Fort Myers as far as the beaches, the rivers, the canals, the swimming pools. Lots going on. So I put together this video. It was a great way for me to escape from all this stuff going on out here. And I hope that you find some sort of escape too as you're watching it. So stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully we'll be seeing some of you guys out on the road real soon. Right, we are now at Fort Myers Beach, and we're meeting some friends. So the pro tip still holds. If you want to get a parking space, you got to get here early. Took us a while to find a spot.
We didn't really find a spot. How much did it cost?
$20. Yeah, not really a big find, but we have somewhere to park.
How well did my RV driving skills come in there?
Yeah, he parked in somewhere that I thought only a Volkswagen could get in. He made it. So anyways, we're here with some friends. We're meeting up with them. Now, the problem is, where are they out there?
Thank God for cell phones.
Yeah, let's give them a call. Let's find them. Here we go. Fort Myers Beach has so much to offer. You can rent jet skis and banana boat rides. They also have parasailing going on. Or just as you can see, relax and enjoy the sun. What are you doing, Mark?
Well, I hate to burst the bubble of anybody watching our channel, but if there's no chair, I'm not taking my shoes off on the beach. And because I don't have Fifi, I'm not sure how I'm going to get my shoes back on.
Oh my God, stretch it out, come on.
So hopefully Sue will help me.
You know I will.
She loves me, she'll help me.
So besides walking the beach, one of the things we love to do is just get an umbrella with some chairs, a really good book, and just waste the time away. Ooh, that is cold. Oh my God. What's the matter, Mark? Are you screaming back there?
So, you know, the average person is looking at me and they go, he's probably from Wisconsin. They don't know that I am a Floridian, and you can tell by my t-shirt.
Oh my gosh. I thought it was from your accent.
Well, and our mailing address.
Like
Come on, don't we live in Florida?
Like everybody knows.
We live in Green Cove Springs.
You guys are so tenderfoot.
Yeah, we are tenderfoot.
A bunch of babies.
Oh, they were cheap sandals.
This is how old guys put their shoes and socks on.
I need my contraption for at home where I put the sock on the contraption, then I put my sock on.
You need yoga. That's what you need.
My wife is nice enough to me that if I was a good boy during the day, she'll help me put my shoes and socks on when I'm having a bad day like this. So, who's waiting for who now?
Oh my gosh. Isn't this sweet and refreshing?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're ready because it's going to be a fun day. We are going on the Eco River Tour on the Caloosahatchee River in North Fort Myers. And it's actually a group thing that we're doing with the resort here. So it'll be just our boat and we'll get to meet people that are here at our resort.
Right, and the Marina looks like it's only about 4 or 5 minutes away.
That's right, we're getting there about half hour early. That's good.
Okay.
Let's go, Mark.
Yeah, hey, Sue, why don't you lock the door? You always forget.
Oh my God. Locking it right.
Yep, all right. I'm going to go turn off the water. Why don't you grab my coffee and back?
Let's go. Mark doing what he does. Checking out the machine.
Well, there were some really big cigarette boats here the first day. It looked like 450 horse motors on it. It has to be in the new one there. And I'm looking at the lift truck. The lift truck probably is a little bit bigger than this one too, so that's probably over there. Probably go over there, but we probably get shot by security.
Oh God. This really was a great narrated tour. We learned all kinds of things from the history of the Caloosahatchee River to the different types of wildlife that we'd be seeing.
You're the last one, Sue.
You know, there's any of 5 different names that for this body of water. It's the Caloosahatchee River. It's C43, Canal 43. It is the Cross Florida Shipping Channel, 1800s. You know, it wasn't this nice, big, wide river that it is today. It was a whole different story. This river, this Caloosahatchee River, has been straightened and dredged and channelized 3 different times.
It always amazes me how man can manipulate Mother Nature.
They're up in this area right now because the swirl's there, so that means they're up in here. You might see him. He's moving pretty good. He's looking for some fish. That's an indicator that there's an issue with the fish, which we already know that. There's quite a few.
What was really nice also is they gave us these booklets with all kinds of pictures of the variety of birds we were going to see. Came in really handy because we saw a lot.
Their little crustaceans that they like or whatever, and they take, but they're just such beautiful birds.
There's an island on the Caloosahatchee that our tour guide actually called the Bird Island. It's a preserve and breeding ground for the native birds.
A little ramp area here, you can see them all across the trees, and this is where you would actually take your kayak and come up onto the preserve itself. Vultures are pretty interesting. You know, when you think about, you've got turkey vultures, and then we also have an anhinga up there hanging out. See the anhinga at the top of the curved neck? That's a limpkin. And the cool thing about limpkins is that they have the most shrilling sound. If you think back to the old Tarzan movies. Camera photo ops. There you go, guys. He's got himself a fish. Isn't he large?
I was a Buckeye fan.
He's got to come down in the water, get a drink. Yeah, I wouldn't want any part of those salmons. Those are nasty salmons.
So besides all the wildlife we got to see, we also saw some really huge houses and big boats and just beautiful scenery. The Caloosahatchee River has 5 locks along the Okeechobee Waterway, and we were going through one of them here.
So right now we are at just about 15 feet. See the gauge here on the left-hand side, and you can see there's water coming through the gates up there. But as it opens up, we'll probably have a foot.
So as the gates were closing behind us, the gate in front was starting to let the water in.
Silly me, I thought they were going to pump water in here, and they freaking just open the doors and it fills itself up. Honey, do you have any of those spare OGM stickers around here that we can put on the wall over here?
I don't know, did you order any?
That's where they would go.
We came out of the locks, and we actually went down just a little bit further because we were running out of time. And then we turned around and actually went back through the locks, back up the Caloosahatchee.
I would have been disappointed if we wouldn't have went through the locks. When we got to the locks, they were actually scuba divers working on the sensor systems that prevent the lock doors from closing on a manatee, you know, kind of a and that's a reenactment of what it used to look like with the manatees, but now there's a sensor that lets them fly through, and then it shuts, you know. So there's no more of the, you know?
Just like that. See any manatees yet?
Not yet. We're pretty low. It's kind of hard to stay surface.
So there's so much kayaking to be done in the Fort Myers area. So when our friends Brian and Linda came to visit, we took them to Manatee Park, just like we did with Wendy and Jerry a couple months before. So if you want to see more about this park and kayaking, check out episode 108. I also wanted to take them out to Sanibel Island on Tarpon Bay. 2 years ago, I did a kayaking tour there, and we learned all kinds of things about Ding Darling Wildlife Refuge, and they had some really cool waterways. But we never made it back out there because of the COVID shelter-in-place order. But we did end up getting more kayaking in, and actually some swim pool time. Brian and Linda rented an Airbnb in Cape Coral, And Cape Coral is a pretty darn interesting city in itself. Cape Coral's history actually began in 1957 when two brothers developed a planned community right across from the Caloosahatchee River near Fort Myers. They bought the peninsula and dug canals. I mean, check out all the canals. They then paved streets and built houses and businesses. Pretty darn amazing. The Airbnb that they rented actually was on one of the canals. And there's their inflatable kayak. So Linda and I took it out one evening. I didn't bring my camera. I kind of regret that because it was so beautiful at sunset. And the houses were really cool along the way.
Nice paddle.
And once we were done kayaking, we hit the pool. What are you doing, Mark?
Oh no. Honey, I didn't go through hair and makeup yet. This is the way you live when you RV.
And visit people who
Yeah.
are
You just mooch
Airbnb-ing.
off people.
And the fun just continues on the water when other friends of ours came to visit. Marcia and Kathy actually stayed at a hotel right on the shore of Cape Coral.
Every time we wonder why our friends come to visit us while we're traveling in our RV, we come to realize that since we don't have a fountain like that in our RV or anywhere near it, that's kind of why
They don't
visit us.
Okay, one thing though, Mark, when you come into a place like this, turn around,
Yeah.
make sure your tag is tucked in, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
because that'll clue them in that I shouldn't really be here. Oh my God. Look at it. You can tell you're in a fancy hotel.
A lot of floors.
Do we know which floor?
Which one do you want for? God, you're just used to living in an RV, that's
See,
all.
well, we only have 2 floors. We have the main living salon area and we have the basement.
Yeah, that's true. 3 steps down.
Look at that, even a doorbell.
Really?
Yeah.
You should have rang it.
I didn't see it till I got.
You're so funny. Whoa, there she is. They had an amazing view looking over the Marina, which is actually where we ended up picking up the Sunset Dolphin tour. There he is, running late.
So I went to the bathroom,
Thanks for sharing.
and then after I bought 4 waters, I was so worried about all that water, I had to go to the bathroom again.
You're holding us up, you know that, right?
No, it wasn't me. Your excursion is free if you water ski behind it. So I don't know if any of you guys are thinking about that, but I'm kind of thinking about it. Yeah.
And now we're all aboard and ready to go.
Slept all night on a big white ship. Seagulls were dancing all around. I woke up with a sunrise on the sea. Such a precious gift to me. The salty breeze and the waves. The slow pace. The salty breeze and the waves. feel this life, such a feeling to be alive. The salty breeze.
And we're not the only tour boat out there. There are boats coming from all directions. Ooh, came up. Oh, there's 3 of them right in front of us.
Right here on port, whatever port is.
When we got on this tour, the guide actually said there are 2 out of 3 things guaranteed for this Sunset Dolphin tour. 1 is there will be a tour. 2, there will be a sunset. 3, the dolphins, never really sure. But we got lucky.
That flipper call's working.
Do it.
Yeah, I do Wilbur. Teach me to drive. That's the one I do. Wilbur, teach me to drive.
No, oh my God.
You're good. Keep going. Quit saying that to me.
Do you know what you're saying to me?
I shouldn't have had a tuna sandwich this morning.
Oh my God.
They could still smell it on me.
You can see we weren't the only tour boat out at this time. What a beautiful evening.
I want to live in the upper town. Like to see the boats leaving at the break of dawn. I want to live in the upper town. So I'm about to see my artist free. The salty breeze and the waves, the slow pace, the salty breeze and the waves. I'm at the right place.
And we started heading back. Amazingly, it seemed like the dolphins were actually following us.
Down the tree there, you'll see a black spot that's right on the V of there, and that's an eagle's nest. There's actually an eagle sitting on top of that. There's probably little babies inside the nest itself. We kind of go around that nest here right now. That's probably the female. The male's probably...
Your wings in the sky tonight. I'm sitting on a rock and watching heron fly. Feet in the water, alpha wave. It has been such a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. I'm waiting for the stars to show. I'm waiting for the fire to glow. Feet in the water, half asleep. Let's burn one down and slowly disappear.
Very good. Very good.
Disappear.
I liked it.